Hello everyone. In today's video we will see the thrilling story of a former police officer, a city where enemies are all around, a story of fight, revenge and survival of corrupt police, dangerous gangsters and powerful people. So let's take a look without delay. An undercover cop, master of martial arts, starts training a school kid who accidentally discloses his location to the cartel, but when the bad guys use the kid to get to him, he must give up on his peaceful life and get his hands bloody in order to bring the boy back to safety. The movies start by introducing us to Bryant, a man that seems to be having some trouble coming in terms with his past. The man has some bad memories, which include a woman who seems to have been captured by some dangerous men. That same woman is seen in a framed picture on his counter. As it appears, Bryant is in a top shape. After he goes for a run, he practices some martial arts moves in an outdoor gym that he has probably built on his own. While he does, a young man named Oscar watches him and tries to imitate his movements. When Oscar leaves school later that day, some thugs wait for him right outside the building, and they go after him. Upon realizing that, Oscar starts running and hides behind a parked car. When the thugs drive away, Oscar continues on his own path. Brian has been watching the scene from the inside space of a coffee shop that night. The thugs break into Oscar's house and point a gun at him. Those guys are angry at Oscar because they believe he has disrespected them. They also mention that they would have shot him if he was not the brother of a man who is a captain of their gang. The next morning, Oscar goes to the hills again to watch how Bryant trains. This time, Bryant sees him and takes him along to train with him. Gradually, Oscar learns how to use the environment around him as a gym he can train with. While the thugs keep bothering him, Oscar learns more and more martial arts moves. Soon, Bryant becomes promoted at his job, and he also hires Oscar to work with him. Later, they continue their training. At some point, Bryant hits Oscar on his nose, and the latter moves his hand to wipe the blood. However, Bryant stops him and says to never wipe his nose in battle because it shows weakness. While they keep practicing, Oscar wonders how he can become better if he does not fight against others. But Bryant tells him he is just showing himself defense techniques. He is not trying to make him a pro fighter. Soon, their training is interrupted by the thugs, who now bring Hector, Oscar's brother, with them. He just got released from jail. The next day, Oscar proceeds to join his local boxing gym, but the girl at the counter, Marisol, tells him he needs a signature from a parent since he is below 18 years of age. That night, Hector takes Oscar to gamble, only they are not going to gamble in a casino. Instead, they are going to gamble their money on underground fights. There, Oscar feels confident enough to take on a bet the MC announces. If somebody withstands one round against a fighter named the Collector, they earn money. Oscar surprises everybody by entering the ring, and not only he withstands one round, but he also defeats the Collector by using the techniques Bryant has shown him. Meanwhile, in a prison, an old man has a visit from another guy, who is supposed to be his lawyer. The lawyer shows the old man the video of Oscar fighting, and the old man claims there must be some connection with Bryant here. He is the only guy he knows that uses that fighting style. The old man ends the visit by telling his lawyer to find Bryant and take care of him. Some days later, Oscar and Hector visit Bryant. They want him to train Oscar to fight professionally, and they will pay him for it. Bryant tells Oscar to stay away from his brother, because he is going to get him killed. The men are caught up in an argument, and Hector threatens to pull his gun. However, Bryant has a gun on his own, and he knows how to handle himself. After making Hector drop his gun and drive away, Bryant tells Oscar to get in the car with them and never come back here. Plus, he says that if the young man wants to fight, he must do so without using the style he taught him. The next day, Oscar goes to the boxing gym with Hector, who signs him in. Two weird guys enter the gym as well, and they ask Oscar about Bryant. Eventually, their confrontation ends peacefully, and Hector tells Oscar those guys were hitmen. Oscar pleads his brother to drive him to Bryant's house because he has to warn him about these guys. Once Bryant hears about those guys, he gets worried and tells everybody to get inside the house. Seems he was right because those guys start shooting real soon. Obviously, they followed Hector's car straight from the gym. Inside the house, Bryant reveals he used to be a cop, and he took down their boss and his organization. They have been wanting him dead for a long time. Bryant gets out of the house from the backside and shoots an arrow right through one hitman's throat. The other one tries to burn the house down, but Bryant interrupts him and they start fighting. Bryant uses his unique style and he destroys the guy. Bryant wants to know who ordered the hit, but the hitman won't say a word. Bryant is very serious about it, and he literally sets the hitman on fire. Next, Bryant tells everyone they are in danger, but the bad guys want to go after them because they are only interested in killing him. Bryant will take care of the bodies, and he takes the group through a secret hatch under his house. The tunnel will lead the group to safety. As they walk, he also shares the story of the old man who wants him dead. He was actually a police captain who used to run a drag and trafficking ring. He is the one who has ordered the hit, and he will send even more guys after him. He also talks about his girlfriend, who they tried to hurt because they couldn't get to him. Even though he saved her, he had to stay away from her. He even made it look like he beat her up, in order to make everyone believe he did not love her. At midnight, Brian is attacked by some cops this time, but he manages to deal with them effectively. The next day, Hector checks on Brian's house and then tells his brother that his teacher is gone. He wants his little brother to focus on his training and become a good fighter. Later, Hector is taken by the old man's guys, and they try to learn where Brian is hiding. However, he is closer than they think, and he starts shooting at them. After some back-and-forth negotiation, the men chase after Bryant with their machetes. At some point, Bryant stops running and just waits for them. One by one, he slashes them open with their own machetes. The last one of them decides it's not worth it and turns around. After Bryant knocks him out, he goes back to get Hector and sets him free. Meanwhile, Oscar and Marisol go to Bryant's house even though they should have really not. They are jumped by a bunch of police SWAT team members. Oscar beats them up, but then one of them starts using the same fighting style as Oscar and Bryant. The two of them have a good fight, but eventually Oscar proves he is the better fighter. The other guy stops fighting and removes his mask, saying he is a friend of Bryant. Bryant used to be his captain, and he is here to help him out. The agent, Green, starts asking questions about Bryant, trying to figure out where Bryant might have gone. Oscar does not disclose any information, and Green demonstrates another kind of attitude now. After saying that Oscar is going to have to talk to him because Bryant's life depends on it, he takes him and Marisol along with his team. In the meantime, Bryant is driving with Hector alongside, and the latter asks him why these guys hate him so much. Hector is a gangster himself, but these guys are on another level. Bryant reveals some more info about his past, saying he went in prison as an undercover cop and infiltrated the old man's ring by being an underground fighter. Meanwhile, Green is taking Oscar and Marisol in an unknown location, which really alerts Oscar. Something is wrong. Oscar makes a secret call to Hector and Bryant and gives them all the information he can in order to assist them in finding him. Green understands his trick and takes his phone. Then, Oscar pretends he is having a hard time breathing and needs some time out of the car. However, the only thing he manages to do with that is to buy them some time. Soon, Green brings them to a location. Oscar asks him to let Marisol go, but Green replies Oscar is responsible for her being here. In the meantime, Hector has gathered his men, and Bryant outlines a plan for them. As it seems, they will go guns blazing to get Oscar and Marisol back. Green makes Oscar call Hector, but Bryant tells him to not answer the call. He uses his own technology to trace the phone call, and they now know exactly where Oscar is. Soon enough, Hector's gang starts attacking, and many bodies drop dead. As for Hector himself, he and Bryant corner a couple of guys. Hector shoots at them, but he misses all shots. The guys turn at him, but thankfully Bryant jumps out of the car and takes care of them. He advises Hector to not hold the gun sideways, but the latter says he just missed because he has been in prison for a while, and he has not practiced his shots enough lately. Bryant keeps moving around the house and he eliminates more guys. Meanwhile, an armed guy is guarding Oscar and Marisol because the big bosses want to sell them to some rich guys to be used as slaves. Oscar gets up when the guy is distracted and takes care of him. Then Green comes into the room to refuel, and he starts fighting with Oscar once more. This time is the last time they fight. As Marisol grabs a gun and shoots him, Bryant finds them as well, and the operation seems to be going well. The old man's guys are eliminated. That night the police is taking the statements of everybody, but there is also a surprise awaiting for Bryant. An FBI jeep brings his girlfriend to meet with him after all these years. A few days later, in the prison, the old man is taken into a room and he is cornered by some cops. When they remove their masks, it is revealed that Bryant is paying him a visit to deal with him once and for all. The end.